So I thought I'd upload a video regarding the Double G and Definition incident from after
it gets slated. There's been a few videos uploaded, and to be honest they've all been bullshit, just completely blown the situation out of proportion. There was talks of guns going off, talks of Alan Shearer, the argument being over Alan Shearer and Kevin Phillips. You know, it shouldn't have got that stage. It was nothing really. Daft little argument. Obviously gets later it happened. Everyone had went out afterwards to Glitter Ball in South Shields, and the drinks were flowing. You know, we were really drunk at the time. Definition and Double G were best mates, constantly at the bar singing back the Sambucas and Jaeger bombs, so they had a bit too much to drink. And they went outside for a tab, and some kid approached Definition. He had a blazer on and his hair brushed to the side, and to be honest with you, I thought he was gay as well, and so did Double G. So Double G turned to me and said, "Look, we're with Def, I'm not letting this gay kid hit on Definition." So he approached the kid and he said, "Look mate, Definition's not gay." So by this point, Definition turns around and says, "Yeah, this is my friend, don't disrespect him like that." And then I realised, you know, it is his friend, he's not gay, that, you know, it's just how he dresses. Double G on the other hand, being from a rough side of Newcastle, he's like, "Def, this kid's gay, he's wearing a blazer, you know, he's definitely gay, he's got chinos on." Definition didn't like that, so he threw a punch at Double G. Double G's a bit of a fighter himself, and, you know, respected Definition. It was a fast, clean punch, but he dodged out the way of that like the Matrix, just whoosh, brushed it over his shoulders, completely missed, and left Definition look like a bit of an idiot, to be honest. He did catch the drink and knock that out of his hands, and it was a brown ale at the time, which is Double G's favourite drink. So, you know, shit started kicking off from there. Definition's boys ran over, there's about 5 or 6 of them, got Def's back. Unfortunately for them, Double G's boys were out as well. They're known as the Double G unit up Newcastle, and you know, they're a tough bunch, the off yard. So once they came over, we knew there was going to be trouble. Luckily at this point there was some commotion inside, you know, everyone started cheering, so people are like, "What's going on?" Everyone ran back inside a Glitter Ball, and it turns out that Seuss was having a dance off with Mickey Worthless, and there's around about 200 to 300 people watching. Head spins, Seuss done a backflip. The gun sound, that was Seuss cracking open a bottle of Bucks Fizz. He popped that open, started spraying it all over, celebrating, and the mood was uplifted, to be honest, and it took the commotion, you know, it calmed that down, took all the attention away from the fight, and, you know, went back to being a good night. What I found really disrespectful, I've heard a lot of people say bad things about him, but to be honest, he seems spot on to me. That Erg from Don't Flop, he was up in Glitter Ball, he came up to watch Judy's mirror match, which never went ahead because she, you know, unfortunately she was a bit ill in hospital. Although she was out on the night, actually spotted leaving the toilets with some girl called Sophie. So I don't know what was going on there. But yeah, it was at the bar. Double G and Definition had made friends by this point, and they were in talks about having a battle on Don't Flop. Now, obviously it's going to be a bit of a grudge match, and it would be a good match because Definition's got a lot of experience, international experience in battling, not much experience in rapping. Double G's new to the battle scene, but he's got a lot of tracks online. You can check them out on YouTube, and, you know, it's a classic matchup of rapper versus battler, so I would like to see it, but on Don't Flop I'm not too sure about that. He started talking about putting on the 5th birthday for Don't Flop, which, you know, by this point I'm thinking, you know, there's some big names on there. Archaic and Thesaurus is on, you know, that's on the first day. The Flying Daylight over, he's battling the Calcium Kid, and they're talking about putting Double G, a first time rapper, up against Definition, who fair enough's been on Don't Flop a few times. And then they were talking about making it the main event instead of Tony D and Chris Lees, and taking the title away from Tony D so they could make that a title match. Now that to me is
fucking disrespectful, you know. You don't put a first timer in a title match and strip the champion Tony D of his title. So I think Erg's got some explaining to do, you know, from that side of things, because that's not how you run a business, and at the end of the day, Don't Flop is a business, and I can imagine that upsetting a lot of the fans. But yeah, that was about it, you know. It did get blown out of proportion. It wasn't a big bad fight. It wasn't nice to be around. You know, it did kick off a little bit, but you know, let bygones be bygones.